Si que te encanta, te enloquece. Si que te encanta, te enloquece. Y a veces si que te encanta, te enloquece. La plena. Si que te encanta, te enloquece. OB on the Rasta drums. Yo tono, W sound. Ah yeah. Alright.
Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. The Atlanta Braves taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Bryan Woo.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Laser could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
This is Willie Castro. Fastball for a strike. Move to second. Rafaela back in a dive. That one fouled off. Man at second. And he hits a ground ball right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. One out in the top of the first. Here's the left fielder, Josue De Paula. In the air, right field. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. So no one on after the sac fly. Here's Pete Alonso.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Swings through that one for strike two.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. On to first, and that takes care of Alonso. Here's Mookie Betts. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Go away! A solo shot. And up next for St. Louis, Ceddanne Rafaela. Swings through that.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is late, and so they end up with some speed on at first. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. And that's in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count 1-2. That one missed. Struck him out looking. And now the veteran third baseman. Runner on the go. Swings, and this one's flared. Dunks one down, base hit. And no thought of testing that arm in right. Despite the runner moving on the pitch, it's now first and second. And here's the first baseman. Ground ball to the right side. The turn by DeVries at second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Back here in St. Louis, we move ahead to the top of the second now. Now in for the Braves, number 12. Grounds one to short. Betts whips it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's the rookie right fielder. Gets him to chase after that one.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
This one in the air center field. Rafaela under it. 2 down. And now Harry Ford. He's got some power, no doubt. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. Runner at first with 2 away. Here's a big power threat. Kazuma Okamoto. and it stays fair. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Leo DeVries next up for the Braves. Aye. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He hammers one out to right. So 2 down, and now the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Double leading off the ball game, then came around to score the first run of the game. New arm of the mound for the Cardinals, Garrett Crochet.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Two down, nobody on. High fly ball down the left field line. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? They do it again. Back-to-back homers. Willie Castro next up for the Braves. In the air to left center. DePaula has a beat on it, and that is that. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the second. Josue DePaula digs in now. Well struck, right field. Back there. Go away! He leaves the yard to right. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. DePaula moving under this one. And there's one down. The batter now will be Will Smith. And that misses. And it's 1-0. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
The 0-1.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's Mookie to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Smith off of first with 2 away. Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And that ends the inning. Back here in St. Louis. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Josue DePaula. On the ground to Jazz. Throws to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. The polar bear, as he was dubbed by his former teammate Todd Frazier.
Nope, that's a ball.
Crochet measures 6 feet 6 inches, 26 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. This one in the air center field, and there's 2 away. Now it's the second baseman. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that is that. Back here in St. Louis, now up for St. Louis, Ceddanne Rafaela.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it. Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable, and that location will definitely do it.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Here comes Schwartz to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And there's a foul ball. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Got it. And there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman. Single to right in his first trip. Foul ball there. The 0-1. The tag, and he's out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. On to the 4th. Now in for the Braves, number 99. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Inside, ball 1. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. One, 2 now. And he chases that one. And that's the first out. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Harry Ford. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swings through that one for strike 1.
I'm out.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Out, number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Okamoto now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And a foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses, and that'll do it. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the 4th, now up for St. Louis, number 44.
Nope, ball 1. Hey!
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Go away! So he blasts one out the other way. At the plate, Josue De Paula. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And that one fouled off. The next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the air, center field. Rafaela in position. Takes it in for the out. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Fly to left his first time. The 0-1. In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out. And up to the plate is Will Smith. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Hit in the air, center field. Rafaela under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Leo DeVries.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Ceddanne Rafaela next up for the Braves. This one in the air, center field. Settles under it. And a couple of quick outs. So now the DH spot, Willie Castro, a switch hitter batting right. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. That one carrying, and that baby's gone. He sends a rocket to left. So 2 down, and next for Atlanta, Josue De Paula. Out to center. Rafaela gets under it. And that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now up for St. Louis, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Hey!
Struck him out without a swing. And that's 4 strikeouts. Back to the top of the order. Here's Mookie Betts now. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Out towards right center field. Takes it in for the out. So up next, Ceddanne Rafaela, 1 for 2. Hard hit left side. That's the 3rd out. Back here in St. Louis, now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. And first offering is fouled off.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
High fly ball out to left field. And there's 1 down. Here's the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 12.
Now the 0-1. And that one in the air, center field. Rafaela under this one. 2 away now. Now it's the right fielder. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Rips that one to right. That's a base hit. Now a long throw to first, and that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Ball 1.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one lifted to left. DePaula drifts towards it, and that is that. Bottom of the 6th. So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter.
Third baseman, number 26.
Inside, ball 1.
The Braves leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. In the air to left center, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And now the first baseman, he's already homered in this game.
Hey! Ball, that's inside.
Two down, nobody on. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Just missed.
Ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Sets him down on strikes. Top of inning number 7. Now in for the Braves, Kazuma Okamoto. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. 1 away. Leo DeVries next up for the Braves. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball 1.
Fouled off left side. The 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back to the top of the order now. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ceddanne Rafaela. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1.
No, inside.
Two down, nobody on. Here at the top half of inning number 7. This one popped up. And that is that. Back here in St. Louis, now up for St. Louis, Josue DePaula.
Number 95.
That's a ball.
Breaking ball inside. And it's 2-0. And that one hammered way back there. Grabs it right up against the wall. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
Ball, that's off the plate.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. And that's a base hit. And that's a one-out single.
Really stayed inside that baseball to sit. To the opposite field with
Greg Weisser into the game. Will Smith to the plate. Just missed.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And there's two down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. We're at the top of the 8th. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Willie Castro.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 45, Roger Uribe.
Tap foul at the plate. Here comes the 0-1. And that skips in the dirt. Hammered down the right side, but foul. This one in the air, center field. Rafaela under it. And there's one down. Josue De Paula next up for the Braves. And first offering is fouled off.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. The hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
The 0-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That one missed. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one almost got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone now. 2 down, base is empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that one is lifted in the air. And that is that. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now up for St. Louis, Mookie Betts. Swing and a chopper out to short. Long throw to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now up for St. Louis, Ceddanne Rafaela. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
That just misses. Ball 1. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Broken bat, and it's popped up. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And Kyle Schwarber will come up 0 for 3 in this one. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
That's a ball.
Line drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double. So runner at second, 2 down. And next is the Cardinals 4-hitter, Left field, way back there. That's got a chance. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. Run comes in from second, and they cut the lead to 2.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing. On the first pitch. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
The tying run at the plate, and that's off the inside edge. Ball 2. Inside, just missed.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Base hit. Here comes the runner. The throw home. Save. He scores, and it's a one-run game.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour. That's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
And 1-2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one 95 to finish him. We go to the 9th. Digging in, number 12. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Stepping in, number 99. And that is out of play. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the 9th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's the catcher, Harry Ford. 1 for 3. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. Pitch hitter coming on, number 86. And this is a big at-bat in this ball game. Number 86. Can't hold up, and that's a strike. Chapman. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of stuff. Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. Throw into third. Tag. Safe. And a wild pitch, and both runners are in scoring position. 2 on, 1 out.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Payoff pitch, and that'll load the bases. Now here is Leo DeVries. Golden opportunity right here. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down. Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first.
Lifted in the air, left field. Pretty well struck. He's got it. Runners tagging from second and third. In to score is the runner from third, and they take a 2-run lead in the 9th. Ceddanne Rafaela will hit next. Swinging a foul straight back. The Braves trying to break this one open here at the top of the 9th. Swinging a foul straight back. Runner on the go again. Fights it off. He'll see another. And he'll shoot. High fly ball out to center field. And that's the third out. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Now up for St. Louis, Devin Williams comes out trying to close it out.
Oh, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Williams, 31 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2013. Will Smith getting ready to hit. High fly ball, right field, under it. And there's two away. So it's their last chance in this one. Jazz Chisholm Jr. next up for the Cardinals.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Nope, that's the ball.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Next offering is fouled back. This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game. Peralta with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should.